Hey guys, so I'm here for another video, and this is another tag, not one that I created, but one that I saw someone else do. Actually, I think it was Chammy on Read Like Wildfire, and it's the Fictional Army book tag, and it sounded so cool that I was like, I gotta do it. So I'm very excited to do this tag. It's gonna be great. I have the questions written down, so again, I might be looking down, but sorry for that. But anyway, question number one is name your strategy team. People who will plot the every move of your army to guarantee success. Okay, so the first person I want on my team is Selena from Throne of Glass. Like, oh my god. As if you wouldn't want her on your team. She could beat a whole army by herself just by using her mind, which I think is amazing. Like, she's a good fighter, she's got magic, but she's really smart, so I want her on my team. The next person I want on my strategy team is Hunter from Mystic City, because one, he's got cool powers, so if anything ever bad happened, he'd be able to fix it. But two, he's leading his own rebellion, and he knows how to fix things. Like, he gets really angry, so he'd probably be one of those, you know, really bossy people, but he'd get you straight, he'd tell you what to do, and you'd be able to fix things, and I think he'd be good. And the last person I would have on my strategy team is Sydney from the Bloodline series, because oh my god, she is just so smart. Like, all of these people are smart that I'm choosing here, but she's so smart and she's got her own magic, and she just figures out everything, and she's so strong, and she's gone through so much, but she could still kick your ass. Question number two is name two drummers, aka two people you wouldn't mind sacrificing. The first person I would sacrifice is Chris from the selection, because she pissed me off. I did not enjoy her, and I feel like she would just kill everyone if she was part of my army, so that bitch can go. And the second person that I want to get rid of is Caleb from the Divergent series. He was such a little bitch, and I just hated him, and I wouldn't mind if he died, you know, and you know, he was meant to die at one point, but then he didn't, so he can go away. So question number three, a protagonist most likely to turn traitor. For this, I'm going to choose Adeline from the Air, because she just thinks all about herself. Like, most of the book, it's just all her whining about how her life is so hard. So I feel that she would turn if things got too hard. Like, if they were going to hurt her, she'd be like, okay, I'll do what you want. Like, I feel like she wouldn't really fight to stay and help people, so she would just, you know, go away and do whatever. So I feel like she would turn traitor. Okay, question number four, two creatures you want on your side. Well, first, I want dragons. They could just burn all the shit up, and the second animal creature I want is unicorns, because they could just stick you with their horns and be like, woo! And that'd be cool to ride on. Like, you'd be riding in with swag if you had unicorns, to be honest. But yes, dragons and unicorns. Question number five badass characters of your choosing. Well, number one, the first person I'm going to choose is Patch from Hush Hush, because he is so badass. Like, he would fight and look good doing it, and I just think he's such a cool character, so he'd be number one. He'd be one of my badass characters. Next one would be Katniss from the Hunger Games, because she could shoot people with a bow and arrow, and you know, she could be our Mockingjay. She could be the face of our army, and then just make everyone love us and hate us at the same time. Next person would be Aaron from the Winner's Curse. Oh my god, he would be so cool. Like, he works so well for his people, and he'd be a good spy. Like, you could get him in there and save all your people, and he's just really strong and he's really cool. The next person I would have is Brynn from the Frostfire series. She is just so cool. You gotta love her. She would fight people, and with that last battle, she was killing all these people. She'd be one of your army men. And the last person I would have is Feyre from A Court of Thorns and Roses, because she killed this panther thing, and she got into the heart of this prince, and now she's got powers and stuff, but she'd be really cool. She'd be able to fight for ya and just be so badass with it. So yes, she'd be one. Question number five is a speech given to inspire your troops. I would choose Roth from White Hot Kiss. Even though he doesn't really give that many speeches, I feel like he'd be so good with doing it, and he'd say just the right things to get people to be like, yeah, let's kill bitches. So yes, I think Roth would be the best speech giver ever, and I am biased to being like, because I'm in love with him and he's my husband, he would be one of the best speech givers. Number 7, a general and a second in command. Well, for the general, I'm going to choose Warner from the Shadowy series because he already is a general and he does a kick-ass job at being a general. He is gonna be my general. Warner, be my general. And for my second in command, I would choose Kale from the Throne of Glass series because he's really good at following orders, and he also is a good planner. He does strategy well, and he'd know when to fight and when to retreat, and he'd be a good second in command. Number 8, name someone to financially support your army. Well, I would choose Maxton from the selection because once he becomes king, he would have a lot of money. And hopefully we'll be friends, so I'm going to be like, Maxton, help me with my army and we can, you know, help each other. So he would support my army. Okay, number 9, which character would be your army healer or caretaker? I would choose Adrian from the Bloodline series because even though at first he's not that great at healing, he gets better at it, and you know, he could just be like, bam, heal, bam, bam, bam. Sydney probably wouldn't be too happy with him, but I mean, we're in a time of war here. You gotta think about other people besides yourself, Sydney, and I know you're worried about him, but he's gotta heal for us. He's gotta heal. Number 10, one magical character. Well, I am choosing Magnus frickin' Bane from from the Mortal Instruments, from the Infernal Devices, from the Bane Chronicles. He has freaking magic and he'd save us all, and he can open portals, so if we ever need to leave, he could just like so he would be my one magical character, even though there's a lot of magicals characters in my army, but he would be he'd be like the best one. Number 11, name your territory. Well, just saying, I can't think of any territory out of like all the magical realms that I could choose. Like, there's too many. So I'm just gonna do our world, and it's gonna be like, you know, very Avengers style, where we're fighting in a big city and breaking everything, and everyone's like dying and winning, and it's just, yeah, our world. Maybe like New York, or like what's the other one? New York. No, I'm just gonna go with New York. We're gonna have a battle in New York and we're gonna kill everyone. Now, number 12, name an author to write about your epic deeds and victories. Well, I'm gonna choose Sarah J. Maas because she already writes books about epic victories and deeds with her characters, so she can write my story, which would be great. I wish she could write a story with all these characters in it for Sarah J. Maas, but yes. So anyway, that is my fictional army. I hope you'd enjoyed watching my video and hearing all the characters that I enjoy and all this stuff. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you later.